Hey everybody, I'm here with Talissa Mehringer, the artist behind Dream a Little Dream of Me remixed,
Yes,
right?
that's true.
Tell us how you did it. What was your process?
I knew from the start of the contest I wanted to do something that had the most extravagant dance and performance scenes that also lended themselves well to a very dynamic editing process. So kind of that the sounds of the music that I reimagined and composed will kind of be visually represented with the clips of the people dancing and moving and interacting with each other, so that as you're watching it, the visuals repeat in a similar melodic way to the music, where you automatically associate certain movements and sounds with certain things that happen in the audio track. Like little looks turn into like, oh, that's that beep sound when she looks up and things like that. So
Yeah.
also kind of just to celebrate that all of it was just like very human, now with AI and the sterilization of art, it was really important for me to show like, no, look what humans make when they're passionate about their craft. And so it's a celebration and kind of just a fun experiment with the music. And yeah.
And you did, and forgive me, Dream a Little Dream of Me reimagined.
Reimagine, that's
Yeah,
right.
remixed, right. Um, and we talked a little bit about your precise cuts and your musicality. What's your background there?
um, I When I lived in Minneapolis, I used to make music videos for bands, and in New York, I also had very music-driven start in my filmmaking career. So most of my short films are also more like music films because there's no dialogue. So I think I've always been drawn to music having as much importance to the visuals in a film to carry forward a story as opposed to relying on words. So I'm I love music. It's a huge part of my life. I also studied sound design just to amp it up a little bit. But yeah, that's it.
Now, Minneapolis, are you American living in Berlin, or are you?
No, I'm German, half Mexican, grew up in the state, and I've been back in Germany or Berlin since 2012. So
Okay.
it's kind of complicated.
But you have all those passports, and lucky you.
Just the
Yeah.
German one, but that's all right. Yeah.
Okay. So, tell us about the current project you're working on.
So right now I'm in the planning stages of a new documentary. So I there's not much to talk about there, but I can talk about my most recently completed documentary, which is about the art of puppetry. And I filmed at Performing Arts University here in Berlin that has a beautiful puppetry department.
Which
So
is that?
Ernst Busch Schule,
Okay.
it's called. Yeah. So it was also part of my sound design studies. So initially we were supposed to find a film to do the sound design for, but I wanted to do my own film to sound design. So I thought in doing a documentary I could have nice interviews, interesting interviews, but also really go crazy making musical compositions that visually represented the performances of the students and teachers. So that was kind of my way of putting my own stamp on something that's maybe a little bit more less experimental than I usually work, but still has nice, artistic me stamped on it. So, so
Yeah,
that.
very nice, very nice. Now, let's go back to your work for the Internet Archive and tell us about how much time you took to investigate what you ended up putting on there, and what was your journey like digging into the archive?
Oh, I love researching. I love just exploring all the different films. So I pulled up a list of all the movies that were released into the the public domain. It was a Wikipedia page with a huge list of films, and I just started working my way through, scanning through each film to see, okay, which ones I could immediately recognize that had big sets or big dramatic dance sequences and things like that, and those are the ones that I would save. And then I found 8 where I immediately found scenes like, okay, that's a beautiful movement. Like there's one with the arm, and I was like, oh, that is
Yeah.
just such a wonderful,
Yeah.
amazing, simple, very short clip. Really, it's only a few seconds, but it really carries the film forward with that dynamic.
Yeah. I was
motion.
doing that.
Yeah.
At the archive
Oh, very
celebration.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of my process. Just scan for beautiful, crazy big sets and beautiful little moments and movements, and also to try and find a couple of calm moments to balance it out. There's images of the nun where she just glances up, or I forget what film it's from, but a very sassy looking guy with a wig, and he also has a very, very nice attitude. It's just a simple glance, but it gives that moment of pause before the dancing and the more dynamic scenes go on. So
Yeah. The two women, the nun and the other woman. Too, I just love the way you place those in there. And I thought, oh, that's very German. And the way they're looking, too.
I thought so, yeah.
Really great, really great. What about the music? Were you tempted to use other pieces as well as Dream a Little Dream?
I think it was one of the first ones that I came across on the list of music that was released into the public domain, and immediately my mind already connected images or started thinking about how I could make it like a kind of a weird electronic version of that. And I think that was it. I didn't even want to consider anything else because that was already kind of set in my mind. So
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Now I'm wondering about, do you teach?
I give workshops. Yeah.
You give workshops. Do you give workshops to young people or?
Yeah. Usually teenage age. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. There we are. Yes. Yeah, we would love it if for the next year, if you consider giving a workshop.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah.
And having your students use the Internet Archive.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. That'd be really cool.
This is what we need to do. Plant seeds around the world. Yeah. Okay.
That would be incredible. Yeah.
That would be
super
cool.
fun.
Good. Let's do that. How do you get your information, or how do your students get your information about you? Put out flyers. We were talking about marketing. How do you do it generally?
I'm listed on a website for street artists that are providing services, so either through that or word of mouth. I give art and street art workshops primarily, but also photography and film. I would love to.
Yeah.
But it's either word of mouth. I have a few friends that are also involved with it, and so that network has kind of grown a little bit.
Okay. Cool. That would be really great to have that. And when we get back to the Internet Archive, we can talk about how we can help Talissa and her network make something for next year.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
that'd be really great.
That would be really cool. Is there anything that you would like to say to folks at the Internet Archive?
Thank you so much for the honorable mention. It was a real honor for me because I've been a huge fan of the Internet Archive for a long time. Since my university studies, I've been dipping in for inspiration and using clips here and there. So thanks for having such an awesome resource for filmmakers.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Thank you. And this is Norma Scheer and Talissa Mehringer,
Mehringer. Yeah.
Mehringer, signing off from Berlin.